We're interrupting programmes to tell you that Diana, Princess of Wales, is gravely ill in intensive care in Paris's Salpêtrière Hospital after being seriously injured in a car crash which killed her friend, the Harrods Air Dodi fired. It's thought the Princess is gravely ill. Unconfirmed reports suggest she has concussion, severe cuts and broken bones. The Foreign Secretary, Robin Cook, has delayed his departure from the Philippines and is expected to make a statement soon on Diana's condition. French police said the couple were apparently being pursued by paparazzi on motorbikes when the crash happened in this tunnel under the River Seine shortly after midnight. 5 of the photographers and their motorcycles have been detained by French police following the accident. Buckingham Palace said the Prince of Wales had been telephoned at Balmoral to be told of the news. The Prime Minister, Tony Blair, has also been informed. He said he was shocked and saddened by the devastating and appalling tragedy. Well, we can go straight now to our Europe correspondent, Bill Neely, who is in Paris. Bill, what is the latest?
Well, the scene is much as you've described it. The area is still sealed off. You have the flashing lights of police and emergency vehicles. The car is still in the tunnel where it crashed. The wreckage still twisted. The accident happened shortly after midnight. Diana and her friend Dodi Al-Fayed had been dining at the Ritz Hotel. There were 4 people in the car when it struck the inside wall of the tunnel. We know that the driver is killed. We have good reason to believe that Dodi Al-Fayed is dead. And as you said, the Princess of Wales has been taken to hospital with concussion, a broken arm and cuts to her leg. And we have just received news from the Press Association that in fact her injuries may be more serious, perhaps much more serious than we had imagined beforehand. Witnesses at the scene were describing how in the seconds after the crash the car horn went off and stayed blaring in the tunnel for the next 2 or 3 minutes. It took 5 to 7 minutes for the emergency services to arrive. And the area has been sealed off since then. Mohammed Al-Fayed, the father of Dodi Al-Fayed, is either flying to Paris or about to fly by helicopter. And we believe, as I said, that Dodi Al-Fayed is dead.
Bill, what were the Princess's movements earlier in the evening?
Well, as I said, she'd had dinner with Dodi Al-Fayed at the Ritz Hotel, owned by the Harrods Group. She arrived yesterday afternoon in Paris looking apparently fit and relaxed after her holiday. She was due to spend maybe 24 hours in Paris before returning to London to see her children.
Thank you very much indeed, Bill. Come back to you for the developing story that the Princess of Wales is in hospital, gravely ill, we're told, in Paris. Our royal correspondent Nicholas Owen is with me now. Nicholas, appalling news.
Yes, it's a dreadful, dreadful business altogether, Dermot. I mean, especially as it seems that following the dinner at the Ritz that Bill mentioned, there was pursuit by paparazzi. This has been a feature of the Princess's life lately, you know, since she struck up her friendship with Dodi. And let's remember, this has brought her great happiness, whatever the controversies surrounding it. It has opened a new and a much happier chapter in the Princess's life. But those photographers, determined to get, you know, yet one more picture that they can sell for vast amounts of money. And one can imagine that as soon as they showed up, the driver of the car would have been encouraged to get a move on. And this is, we can see some pictures now, yes. That's the car involved.
That is an awful mess.
It is a Mercedes,
an S-Class Mercedes with the full safety equipment on it. There's one of the airbags clearly visible in this smashed window. The driver's airbag there as well. The car completely crushed, the roof, the front end. There are the gathering press, passers-by overlooking the tunnel.
Yeah, the car obviously, the word as you say, it flipped over and smashed into the wall. It's remarkable that anybody should get away from that with their life, frankly. I mean, it's a terrible, terrible mess and an awful end to the latest of the Princess's holidays with Dodi fired.
Did we actually know that the Princess was in Paris, or had she rather given most of the press the slip?
She had given the press the slip. It was quite surprising. We now hear that she was seen with Dodi strolling in the streets and looking very relaxed after her latest holiday. But no, she'd managed to give the dreaded paparazzi the slip for a while. And now she turns up again. And of course they seem to be dreadfully well informed.
It's just worth commenting on that picture there of the car. It's almost as if it's been cleaved in two at the
Yes.
front end, as if it's hit a pillar or,
Yes.
or something like that.
We were hearing earlier on, a little while ago, from a car expert, Dermot, who said this is one of the safest cars around, and you're most likely to survive an accident. So one can't imagine the speed that car must have hit that wall in that tunnel under
And it was
Paris.
supplied by the Ritz Hotel, we're told, the Al Fayeds.
Yes, that's right. In recent times, the princess has very much come under the protection and patronage of the Al Fayed family, and they have very, very considerable resources.
So there is the car being towed away. We are now being told that Diana, Princess of Wales, who was reported to be injured in that accident you've just seen pictured of, has actually died in Paris's Salpêtrière hospital. A French minister has confirmed the death of the Princess of Wales after a car crash which also killed her friend, the Halidaire Dodi Fayed. Her driver was also killed in that incident. They were reportedly being pursued by paparazzi on 2 motorcycles. Just to confirm, Diana, Princess of Wales, is reported by a French cabinet minister to have died in Paris's Salpêtrière hospital. There is no other confirmation, but we have from a French minister a quote on French radio that Diana, Princess of Wales, has been killed in a car crash. The Press Association are also quoting British sources which confirm that the Princess of Wales has been killed in a car accident in Paris. We are awaiting a formal announcement, of course. I'm joined in the studio by our royal correspondent, Nicholas Owen. Nicholas, if confirmed, terrible news.
This would be the most cataclysmic news to affect not just the royal family,